Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, in this deep learning playlist, we are going to take a look at the types of segmentation, right? So before jump into the types of segmentation, first we look at the tasks which are in the computer vision field or the computer vision task. So these four are the computer vision tasks. So first one is the classification, then the object detection, then the segmentation, then the object tracking, right? These are the four common computer vision tasks. So let me give a quick meaning of each of the tasks, right? So classification task mean, for an example, if we give some image, like, so if you give it an image, it just had to classify the images, right? Whether it's a dog image, whether it's a cat image, whether it's you or whether it's me or whether it's anything, right? So that's a classification task. So for this kind of task, right, in the deep learning, we use ANN, CNN, RNN, those kind of things, right, in the deep learning field. Then the complex one is the object detection, but this object detection is based on classification, right? So in the object detection, what we do is if we give an image, right? So in the classification, if we give an image, it's just classify whether it's a what kind of class, right? That's classification. But in the object detection, okay, there's a dog in this picture. For example, if I take an image, it has dogs, but within which region, right? So for that, what it uses a bounding boxes or rectangular boxes to say, right, within this box only the dog is situated, right? So that's what we mean by the object detection, right? So in the classification for a image, we just have to give the label or we just have to specify the class. But for object detection, we have to specify the class. At the same time, there's a regression problem also, that is the finding the bounding boxes, that in this image, in this region only, in this bounding box only the class is situated, right? That's object detection. Then about the segmentation. So the segmentation is basically means exactly the pixels of the class, right? So in the object detection, we give a box, but that's not enough for the complex computer vision task. For that, we just have to find the exact pixels in the image which are corresponding to the class. So that's the basic idea of the segmentation, right? So for an example, if we take an example from a self-driving car, right? So if a car wants to drive in its own, then it has to, not only object detection is going to help at all, because because the road or the things that car will see is not going to be in a straight line, right? Or the perfect, I would say the perfect things, right? Or geometric things, right? Perfect geometric things, right? So there are some irregularities, so the road line will be curved. So for that, the object detection will be an issue that will make the car to crash, right? So in those kind of places, the segmentation is useful to exactly find the pixel to match. Okay, this pixel correspond to this class. Okay, that pixel corresponds to another class. So those kind of works use this segmentation, right? But the segmentation is built based on classification and the object detection, but it's complex than the others. But we can get a good understanding from this. What is segmentation, right? So then the fourth thing is the object tracking, which is based on the classification, object detection, and segmentation. So that means for the object tracking, for example, it's used in the security kind of application, because a person or something is moving, we just need to track it. For example, in also like in the for the sports also, we just use the camera manually, we just moving, right, or the rotating to whether the a player is kicking the balls in the footballs, those kind of places, right? So that's happening in manual, but we can apply this computer vision to automate it, right? That's the object tracking. We just track the ball, right? For when a person kicks the ball, so we just track the ball and we rotate the camera. So, and also in the security places, whether an intruder is entering, we just tracking them or rotating the camera by using the computer vision to check whether, okay, what this key is doing, those kind of works, right? For those kind of works, object tracking is used, but it's complex than the other three, right? So we are not going to specifically focus on each of the tasks in details, but we're just going to take a look at what are the types of segmentation. So the segmentation types are, there are basically three types. Those are semantic segmentation, instance segmentation, and panoptic segmentation, right? So those are the types of the segmentation I have included here, right? The types of segmentations are semantic segmentation, instance segmentation, and panoptic segmentation. Okay, so we just look at, okay, these words look like some fancy words, right? What is semantic? You don't maybe know the instance and panoptic. So let us look at what are the semantic, instant, and panoptic segmentation. That's these are the things that are going to be major in this video, right? Okay, so for that we use this picture, right? With this picture only we can understand what is semantic segmentation, instance segmentation, so panoptic segmentation, right? So basically these are the input images. There are 4 input images, right? There are 4 input images. Okay, these are the first simple input image. These are the second. This is the third. This is the fourth input image, right? You just focus on one input images, right? So for this image only, we can see this is the semantic segmentation of this input image, and this is the instance segmentation of this input image, and this is the panoptic segmentation of this input image, right? So we just focus on this thing. So this is the semantic segmentation, right? So semantic segmentation means we just going to segment the input image for each of the pixels. That means it goes through each of the pixels. For example, if we take this position pixel, that's correspond to this color in this. That means it's segments to all these pixels here. That will be segmented into one class. So here, all the pixels are segmented. There are not a single pixel is missed, right? So all the pixels are segmented. But for example, here this is the sky part, so that's in the blue color. And here we can see some people are walking right here. So those are segmented in red color. But for all the peoples, for all the vehicles, for all the roads, it just segment into same color. For here, car, van, but it segments into same color, blue, dark blue, right? As a vehicle. Also, like for the signal posters, also it's segmented as the orange color. So that's its semantic segmentation. But in instant segmentation, you can see the background or the outlier or the other parts are segmented into black color, or they didn't segment at all. That's just not segmented, because in instant segmentation, what is happening? First, it will detect the object in the images. We early see that object detection part, right? So we apply the object detection and we'll get the, right? What? We'll get the objects, right? So using this object, we can see, let me draw for an example for you. So for an example, it will detect like this. It's a van. It's a car. And also detect it's another car. And here's a person. These are each of the objects, right? So those like that, it will detect as many as possible object, right, in the image. So if our model is really very good, the object detection model is really very good, it will detect almost all the objects, right? All the objects in the input image. So from this, if we get the objects, then it will apply the segmentation on that object itself. So we find this band, right, by this bounding box. Within this box, it will apply the segmentation and find, okay, exactly within this pixel only the van is here, no? So it will apply that color. But the main difference from semantic segmentation to instant segmentation is one thing, the background is missed because here pixel to pixel matching, but here once the objects are find, then will be the segmentation happen. And also the another thing is the second reference is here all the vehicles are colored in blue color, right? But here uh, it detects in each of the objects now. So for each of the objects, it will put different colors. For example, if you take the vehicles, here we can see all the colors are different, like pink, purple, blue, like that, right? For also the persons also see the purple, green, orange, gray, like that. So for each of the objects, it will put different segmentation color, right? That's what we called as the instance segmentation. I think you got the good idea in the semantic segmentation and instance segmentation. So now you could think, so what is about the parametric segmentation, right? I would say parametric segmentation is the mixing of both semantic segmentation and instance segmentation. That means it apply the it segments each of the pixels, right? That means it uses the semantic segmentation. At the same time, for each of the objects, it will put different colors that from the instance segmentation. So this is the picture for the parametric segmentation, right? It will, here you can see all the pixels are colored or the segmented, but within that also each of the objects are different color, varieties of color you can see. Like example, if like this I would say that instant segmentation you can see with that semantic segment is also included because this background colors is also mentioned here. No, so basically the parametric segmentation is the hardest task because mixing of both, you know. So parametric segmentation is the hardest task, but it's the high level, it means it's a very useful segmentation time because by without knowing the background using the instant segmentation is the missing something, right? And also here it will detect all the objects are same like here, so it will there's some problem in this in semantic segmentation, instant segmentation, but parametric segmentation is really useful. So now you can compare this input image to the each of these segmentation. So for that only I added this, sorry about that drawing. So for that reason I added 4 input image. So for each of these other 3 you can compare how this semantic segmentation, instance segmentation, parametric segmentation are happening, right? So you can see compare these other 3. So I basically got it from Google. So also you can Google it for more information about semantic segmentation, instance segmentation, and parametric segmentation, which are very popular in computer vision or deep learning tasks. So I think you now got the basic understanding of the types of segmentation. So with that, I would like to conclude this video. So thank you guys for watching this video. So keep watching and keep learning, and hit a like to this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, also share it with your friends if you find this video is really very useful content, right? So hope you guys are doing fine, and bye.